Welcome on back to the Elden Ring Level Cap challenge. Last video, we made our way through the final run-through areas of the game, prepping us for today's video, Malenia. To no one's surprise, she took a minute to beat. Leave a like and sit back and relax as you watch me stress through the hardest boss at the lowest level I have ever tried. If you didn't watch the last video, or just want a refresher, the first attempt goes decent, all things considering. Main point of this run was to see what her and her damage looks like. This is how it went. Yeah! Whoa, hold up! Yes! Yeah, this is gonna take a bit. She's what I was the most feared about this, man. It's the hardest challenge. The next 24 attempts go about the same. Our damage was a lot higher than I was anticipating, so that was a huge plus. It hardly mattered though when stacked with her lifesteal ability. She could carve large chunks out of my health bar while replacing half the damage I would deal to her. In a war of nutrition, she would win this every time. This leaves me with two options. Either DPS rush her down, or learn how to dodge. My preferred strength build playstyle always lends to me poison damage, but this katana is no claymore. I have a decent idea of her attack pattern, so it shouldn't take me too long to get a handle of her attacks, is what I thought. On attempt 26, we finally made some headway. After almost an hour, we finally made it into her second phase. Let's go! Dodges were getting cleaner, and we were getting handed into the new phase with 7 flasks. I still didn't think this was the final run. Not by a long shot, but any experience with her second phase is definitely welcome. Biggest change with phase 2 is the added Scarlet Rot to her attacks. If that meter peaks, it's basically an instant wipe. You got probably a few seconds to attempt a DPS rush, but that's not an option with this build. Phase 2 doesn't last too long, but there's some progress. She's taking so much HP with every hit, so it's time to revisit the armor. A small stat change could be the difference between living a fatal hit and scoring the final blow, or just dying short of victory. The Ronin set has gotten us this far, but it's time for my favorite set to carry us now, Redon's. We're getting an amazing jump in stats, slowly getting her patterns, and still looking great. Well, back to the grind. On attempt 34, something unexpected happened. Her Ash of War always gives me trouble, leading to a bulk of the resets off screen. This time though, we were able to trigger her second phase as she charged up the attack. Very situational, but very useful information to have. Looking at our 3 lone flasks and the 14 minutes left in this video, we don't beat her here. And that's okay, our main focus is just to survive and get her rhythm down. It took 26 attempts to get through phase 1. We just need that same attention for phase 2. We'll be golden. The plan is to learn all of her attacks and find the ways to counter them. I'm fully prepared to watch videos on how to tackle her, but still want to try it myself first. My main goal is to learn the reads on which attack she's about to do. Learning how to counter it doesn't matter if I don't know which attack it's going to be in the moment. Currently, her 2 attacks that scare me are her Ash of War and her Air Ghost attack. I can practice the Ash of War during phase 1, but the latter is a phase 2 only scenario. I get to see it, and the death screen shortly after. That's going to be the harder one to learn for sure. Looking for anything to help. I remember speedrunners using prawns a lot, so I figured I'd look into it. In most playthroughs, I only use this guy for the Volcano Manor questline. From how it's looking though, these little guys boost my defense by a good amount. And that's what I'm looking for. After buying enough to make Forrest Gump proud, I'm really hoping this helps. Well, let's give it a go. Alright, let's see if these prawns are worth the hype. Okay. Nice! That's what we want to see. Oh, no. Damn it! Man, gotta learn how to dodge through that. I think the bronze helped. So revisiting the equipment menu, I think it's about time to switch up our talismans. The strat so far has been to use the combo of the Claw's higher jump attack bonus, along with the Winged Sword Signa with multiple hits for solid burst of damage. It works great with the Greatsword combo, but like I said earlier, this katana is no claymore. The new plan now is to focus on raw stat increase and just learn how to dodge better. After tinkering for a bit, we're gonna settle with this loadout, and I'm a little eager to give this a try. Let's see how it goes. 32 attempts later, and we're still tinkering with our stats. If we focus on offense, we got our health bar deleted in about 2 to 3 attacks. But if we focus on defense, well, we hardly do any damage, and then once she lands an attack, she heals off all the progress that we've just made. I've been saving one last trump card to use this entire series, and I think it's finally time for it. It's time to respect our base stats. Before that, I realized I was missing Radagon's Source Seal, and I wanted to grab that first. A quick visit to Fort Farah, running past bats and giant rats, gets me the talisman. Not sure how much this is gonna help, but can't hurt any more than I am already. There's just one more thing I need to pick up first, and that's located way back in Limgrave. We've been saving this just for this occasion. Normally, this lone soldier is a giant jump scare for low-level players just trying to clear out this small camp. At our current level though, this rune bear is nothing to stress over. After the magnitudes of deaths from Malenia, feels good to take something down so quick and easy. With the bear slain, we got the larva tier. With this, we are all set for the stat respecs. Back at the academy, Renala can help us out. There are 2 directions I can go, either stay with our current loadout or switch to a different weapon like the Moonveil Katana. With the frost on our current katanas, both builds will benefit from the intelligent investment, so that makes things easier. After playing around for about 10 minutes and with a calculator, this is the stats we finalize as our best option. We can try the Moonveil while still having our standard build in the back pocket. One long map scroll later gets us back to our wonderful brick wall. The strength player in me really wants to use a greatsword. The Helfer Stepher, which I probably butchered, works with our build, has high poise, and has the Black Flame as an Ash of War. Tempting, but I didn't get this far as a samurai just to quit now. The Moonveil Katana has been a weapon I've always wanted to use. Everybody talks about how good it is, and its Ash of War has a nice reach from what I can see. If I can keep my distance, I will have less moments to get hit, and that is the strat. Well, let's see what the hype is all about now. In this attempt, we actually make 2 discoveries. The first is I dodged most of her attacks during her Ash of War. Woohoo! The timing is getting better, and learning that will be a huge help in both phases of this fight. The second is the Moonveil's Ash of War drains my magic bar like it's nothing. I can now see why this is a favorite pick for a mage, but we aren't even a mage. I could switch my flasks to have more magic, but I need those health flasks. So that's a no-go. Short answer to all this, we still got a long way to go. Attempt 164 is special. It's the closest run I got to beating her at this point. Stress, anxiety, and focus were at an all-time high. If I didn't mess up, if I could just focus long enough, this episode would be over right here, right now. It seemed we kept trading blows. I'd get a few good hits on her, she would get a few good on me, I would heal, and we would be back at where we started, just with less flasks. I kept having to tell myself to be patient. 163 previous attempts have all ended for me getting excited, rushing in, and failing. As long as I keep my cool, this could be it. There was just one thing that made me want to rush in and finish this now. If she charged up either her Ash of War or her Ghost attack, I knew I would be finished. Sadly, my biggest fear came true, but I made it through. but with one hit remaining, a quick flick of her wrist was all it took to bring attempt 164, my best and closest attempt to an end. Damn it! I started the next day changing our stats again. If I had a few more points somewhere, that last attempt could have been the last attempt. It was possible. I just needed another run like that with better stats. We ended up with this setup, around 13 points higher than the last attempt. Man, I was ready. Attempt 199 saw some of the best and worst luck any run has ever seen. We started her second phase with nearly full flasks in our pockets. We also changed our custom flask to boost our intelligence, worked well with our frost katanas, and we were on a roll with great attacks from Malenia. Up to this point, she rarely used either of her two deadly attacks, and the results was a strong setup for finishing this challenge. The bad luck came in the last few moments of this fight. She finally used her Astrid War, and I had some of the worst dodges I've ever had up to this point. Not only do we take massive damage, we get the dreaded Scarlet Rot procced on us too. To add salt to injury, she followed up immediately with her ghost attack. This nearly basic run turned hectic in the final moments. God! Doesn't matter how good my dodges are, the Rot does its job, ending another great attempt. Still though, we are close, so close to this! Thanks for waiting. Ah! Come on, man. All right, remember the flow. Run away, roll in two rolls, and perfect. Finally. Second stagger. That third one's going to be in a minute then. Second phase time. Let's go. Gonna need this buff again. Which one? Which? Woo! Just that one. Okay. Oh, come on! Yeah, I still can't get that timing down. No, I'm too close. Damn, that could have been worse. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Is this a dream? Is it real? Is it? Oh God, Yoshi's dead.
Dearest,
Oh my God, I don't have to fight her again. Never again.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit. Oh my God. Whew.
My man.
Oh my God. Fuck yes, let's go. Ugh. Damn. Sitting at this side of grace just feels so good. Let's just take a second. Yeah, that's nice. For our final level up, we are focusing on dexterity for the best damage increase we can get. We had a lot of time with math to know that this is the case. In our next video, we are heading back to the capital to face the final boss of the game, the Elden Lord. Just one boss remains. We are so close. Whew. As always, thanks for watching. If you're curious on how long this boss took, I have a summary of all that and more coming up. I'll just see you in the next video then. Woo! So let's go over the summary of how this went. We took 229 total attempts, with only 168 getting to phase 1, 73%, and only 61 getting to phase 2, which is 26%. It took us a total of 8 hours, 21 minutes, and 40 seconds. Damn, that's a long time. And a total of 6 days of attempting. But finally, Malenia has been beat. Thanks for watching.